When you look at the average man's sex life, it's in complete shambles. A lot of guys aren't getting any play at all. And when they do, it's like a chore sex. Oh, did you take out the trash today? Oh, we haven't went on a dinner in a while. You not getting any coochie tonight. And then when she does lay down with you, she doesn't have any passion behind it. What can change all of that is the body game. And it's been a minute since I did a car video, but I wanted to do a real, just off the dome raw video when it comes to this. Y'all know I don't sugarcoat stuff. I'm just very straight up with most of the stuff I talk about. And body game definitely affected my sex life. And it gave me a lot more opportunities that would have never came to me. You know, I've talked about it before, like, I could just go to a random town, hop on a dating app, show off the physique a little bit, and I could link up with a chick. And, you know, I know some guys are going to be like, oh, it's because you're this tall, it's because you're light skinned. Yeah, all that stuff plays a role, but a huge part of that was the physique. When you have that physique that turns them into a freak, they have a certain type of expectation. And, you know, I've disappointed some women. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I disappointed some women. Because a lot of women, they have a high expectation when you have that physique. They're looking at you like, oh, you're going to rock my world. I've talked to girls before like, oh, I already know you're going to put it down on me and yada, yada, yada. Now, you know, I can put it down now, but back in the day, it wasn't always like that. And I've talked about this before. Like, I had issues getting it up in the past, just too caught up in my mind. And I remember even the first girl I dealt with, I was very naive. This was back in high school. She told me to hit her, and I hit her. She's like, harder. And I'm like, I don't want to hit you harder than that. So I didn't hit her again. You know, she, oh, put your fingers in my mouth, all types of stuff like that. And back then, I was just like, I don't want to do that. Like, I was very naive. I was very, like, vanilla. I'm not freaked out like that. But, you know, nowadays, like, oh, put your fingers in my mouth. Like, you ain't got to tell me twice. I might put my foot in your mouth. You say something else, I might put my foot in your mouth, girl. But I had to get more experience. And the body game really put me in position to get more experience. And I know a lot of people, they talk about hookups and flings like they're just all bad. But there's some good that comes out of it too. You really learn how to put it down in the bedroom from experience. You know, and since I had that physique, like they automatically had high expectations. And some of you guys might be like, Cole, that would be bad for her to have high expectations because then you might disappoint them. That's part of the game. You might disappoint some women. But it's not even about them. And this is what I was trying to explain in the last video. I already knew it was going to go over a lot of people's heads. A lot of people, they don't have the type of depth to really understand some shit, man. Like I seen a lot of people, there was a good bit of dudes disliked it. I seen a couple comments. Because I'm talking about how body game isn't about the woman. Like, what do you mean? Oh. And they can't understand that I'm trying to give you a mindset to like stop thinking so much about the woman and do what you want to do. Like when you put too much focus on the woman, you overvaluing her. When if you focus on yourself, that makes her more attracted to you because you're prioritizing yourself. And it's kind of like that in sex too. Like sometimes when I was too caught up in trying to make this woman finish, that's when she's caught up in her head. Like, oh, he wants this too bad. And that's why you see a lot of women, they'll fake an orgasm. Like now, if I'm dealing with a chick, she don't need to fake an orgasm. If she doesn't finish, she doesn't finish. But a lot of these chicks, they will fake orgasm for years. Whole time they dude's not pleasing them. But they don't want to hurt his ego. Because they know he has some type of attachment to pleasing her in the bedroom. So that's what, like, once I stopped caring so much, like, if she finished, cool. If she doesn't finish, okay, cool. Like, yes, I want to please the woman I'm dealing with, but at the same time, if she doesn't get there, then that's okay. Like, you kind of got to switch the way you think. When you're too worried about something, when you want something too bad, that's when it's going to avoid you. When you're too caught up on, like, oh, I'm trying to make her nut, and she can feel that type of energy, that's when she can't get there. Because now she feels the pressure of, oh, I got to finish, or his ego's going to be hurt, and then she's just going to end up faking it. That's what I'm saying. Some shit just got too much depth to it. Some people are not going to understand it. And that's why I said, like, the real ones can relate. The real ones going to understand. Or sometimes you just don't have enough life experience to understand certain things. And even that, like, sometimes I've had my dad tell me stuff in the past, or I heard things on a podcast, and I'm like, that don't really make sense. That's not true. And then a year, 2 years down the road, I'm like, damn, I remember some shit I heard back in the day, and I'm like, That's facts. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to give guys a new type of way of thinking. Where it's like, too many guys are always caught up in what do women want? What do women want? What do women want? It's like, what do you want about yourself, dog? You keep asking, oh, how do I get this woman to love me? It's like, brother, you need to love yourself first. You know, and that's not to say like certain shit I do is not catered towards women. It absolutely is when it comes to certain things. When it comes to shirts I wear sometimes. You know, sometimes I wear a shirt that's hugging a little bit more. Like, yeah, I'm doing that for women. Because if I'm chilling at the crib, I'm probably wearing something loose. You feel me? But overall, it's like I'm not just going to the gym for women. My health comes before them. My self-image comes before that. Like, if every woman disappeared off the face of the earth, I would still be in the gym tomorrow morning because that's part of who I am. And that's why I said the real ones can't understand that. A lot of guys are going to be like, oh, what do you mean? And it's not for everybody to understand. But dog, body game really helped my sex life because it put that high expectation on me. So even though I disappointed some women at first, okay, whatever. Now, if I really want to put it down on the chick, I can. And she's already going to be in a certain type of mind frame when she sees a physique. And I've talked about this before, too. Like, I've had women ask me, I said, mac and cheese girl, I remember her saying this. She said, I don't know if I'm just super attracted to you or if you're just really good at sex. And I said, it's probably both. Because when a chick is super attracted to you, the gut's already watery. She's already in that mode. But if I took off my shirt, I got these titties and I got this big old gut hanging and swinging. She got to lift up my stomach looking for my meat. My meat 2 inches shorter than what it's supposed to be because I got all this fat around it. It's going to take a lot more time and a lot more work to get her in that mind frame of like, oh, he's dominating me. Dog, I promise you, if you ain't never picked up a chick before, that puts a chick in the right mind frame, dog. Y'all might be chilling on the couch, watching a movie. Something starts popping off. Y'all start making out. You just pick up shorty, carry her to the bedroom. Like, by the time you're already on the bed, she already soaking. She already soaking wet. Now, if you, the average dude really can't pick up his chick. Now, the average chick kind of big, too. You know what I'm saying? The average chick big, the average dude kind of big, too. But once you get that Greek guy physique, you in the gym. You get a girl that's in the gym, too. Her libido high, too. That's another thing. A lot of guys, they don't even have the type of sex drive they're supposed to have because they got all this excess fat on them. You don't even have the drive that you're supposed to have. In a lot of these gym girls, dog, 99.9% of these women in the gym, they're not checking for an out-of-shape guy at all. You have no chance. A chick stay in the gym, you have damn near no chance with a chick in the gym if you're not in the gym. I'd have met chicks like that, like, oh, he doesn't have to be super in shape, but, you know, he got to be in decent shape at least. Like, these chicks in the gym, they're not going to check for a fat dude. They're not going to check for a scrawny dude. They lifted more than they man. Nah, that shit's out. And even the vast majority of women I've dealt with, I'll ask them, like, have you ever dealt with a fat guy? And all the girls that I've talked to that, like, steady in the gym, none of them dealt with the fat guy. Not a single one I can think of. Now, chicks that really didn't hit the gym, there was a couple of them. And even most of the girls that, like, did mess with a fat guy, they was like, it was a one and done. And they'll talk about it like it was a terrible experience. Yeah, I hooked up with him once. I hooked up with him twice. I don't know, he just caught me at the right time, right moment. I don't know, I felt bad for him. Like, they be giving sympathy coochie to some of these fat guys. They didn't like, oh no, he was getting my rocks off. Like, a lot of times that's not the case, dog. When you're fat, you're working an uphill battle. Because you're repulsed by your body. And y'all can call it shallow, this and that. It's like, dog, that's just what the fuck it is. Women want to be with a man that looks healthy. Just like you want to be with the woman that looks healthy. Now, if you can't get the woman you want, you'll lower the standard. Yeah, you might be a little chubby chaser. You might get one of these big back beluga back whales. But like, let's be real. Most of these dudes that, they'll sleep with a big back beluga back whale, but you ain't trying to cuff that chick. You're not trying to post her online. You're not trying to be seen with her. Because I done heard about that too. Like, a lot of dudes, some of these big chicks, they be having dudes pull up on them and they just be throwing throat. They just be throwing throat and that's it. And they're okay with that. You know, like, to me, that's crazy. Because they have a low self-esteem, so they'll just pull up on dudes and throw that neck, and that's it. But a lot of times, you don't want to be seen with that chick. So it goes both ways. Like, don't complain about how shit is. Just adapt. That's what I can never understand, how dudes, like, complain, oh, women don't like this, women like this, oh, my God, oh, my God. What is you going to do about it, though? We can complain all day. Just like the chicks, chicks can complain about you all day. But what you going to do? But, man, if you're not on Body Game, it's going to be really hard to have a good sex life. Because your blood flow isn't going to be what it's supposed to be. When she looks at your body, she's not going to be turned on. You're not even going to have the sex drive that you're supposed to have. A lot of people going to realize once they start hitting that gym, that libido be through the roof. You just like, oh my, man, you feel like you back in high school. You back a teenager in middle school. And that's how you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to have a sex drive. And, you know, that's why a lot of people give me shit. They're like, Cole, you promote hookup culture and stuff like that. I don't promote hookup culture. I just tell y'all what I do. I'm not telling y'all to be slinging meat in these streets. I didn't say any of that. But I said, man, when you start working out, yeah, you have a different type of energy. Yeah, you're going to want to be smashing some, you want to smash chicks every now and then. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's going to be. But, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Like I said, Body Game will truly transform your sex life. Because it's going to give you these chicks a high expectation. And like I said, if you disappoint a couple of chicks, big whoop-de-doo. Big whoop-de-doo. It happens. You know, I remember I started watching pornography at a young age. And I was the type of dude, I'd watch it for 30 seconds, a minute. So I got in a lot of guts and I was Pop Goes the Weasel. You know, I was Mr. Pop Goes the Weasel. And I had to learn. And then, you know, once I got away from watching porn and stuff like that, and I understood what women actually like, and I stopped being so focused on trying to please a woman, because even when it came to, like, sleeping with a woman, I conditioned myself to bust quick. And then when I was laying down with a woman, I would be worried that I was going to bust quick. Or even, like I said, in the past, I've dealt with erectile dysfunction. I'm worried that I'm not going to get up. The more I worry about it, the more it's going to actually be an issue. You know, like, that, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, sometimes you want something too much, it's going to run away from you. When you revolve everything around women, you overvaluing her. When you want the sex to be so amazing and you so caught up in it, that's when she can feel that type of energy and now she's going to fake the orgasm. Now she can't get there because you overthinking shit. You putting too much pressure on it. Let this shit happen. Enjoy the moment. Don't make everything about women, dog. But that's all I got for y'all today. Like I said, man, the real ones are really going to understand the game. It's going to go over a lot of people's heads. But y'all make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.